It's often said at North Park that the world connects on the corner of Foster and Kedzie, the main intersection the school is located on. But the world of Albany Park isn't proving to be enough for North Park administration. In order for students to get a better sense of the city, a new Engage Chicago schedule has been proposed. This schedule would leave Wednesday afternoons open for classes to go out into the city. Provost Michael Emerson is the one behind this change. Emerson responds to feedback both for and against the proposal for a more metropolitan student experience. In a written memo, he stated that the purpose of this change is to allow us to systematically engage the city of Chicago in our learning, in creating connections with our alumni, in putting teeth to our classroom learning, and to make such learning part of the very ethos of North Park. He says, given that we are located in one of the world's great global cities, it is our imperative that we prepare students for engaging the city. The Engage Chicago schedule does raise some concerns for departments on campus, including university ministries, athletics, and the music department, because the new schedule would cause classes to be pushed back later in the day, causing more than just class times to change. Athlete Patrick O'Connell is concerned about the changes in athletic teams' practice times.
I am not a fan of the Engage Chicago schedule as an athlete. As a member of the cross-country team, that would push practices back, and usually we're cutting it pretty close with ARA dinner times. We have a large athlete population here, and they should be considered for this change.
Emerson said that all students have been invited into the conversation about this change, but there was never any formal invitation inviting the student body to open forums. Faye Samble was one of 3 students who attended a campus-wide meeting about the Engage Chicago schedule in late March.
I appreciate that North Park is doing something innovative that sort of matches with the fact that we are an urban campus and our campus is integrated into the city, so it makes sense that if we're already engaging Chicago in the areas that we live, we would engage them in the classroom as well. Ultimately, I think they're trying to do what's best for students. However, the only reason that I found out about this is because I work on the Spectrum and our editor-in-chief told me to go to the meeting, and there were only a couple students. Everyone else was like faculty and administration. So judging from that, it's pretty clear that there's not really any active engagement with the student body.
This year, first-year students had the opportunity to be a part of an initiative similar to Engage Chicago called the Chicago Intensive. As a part of the initiative, students had the opportunity to use the city as their classroom. Emerson says the Engage Chicago schedule will give all undergraduate students an opportunity to experience some of what the Chicago Intensive students are experiencing. Freshman participant in the Chicago Intensive, Jory Dipsio, sees going out into the city as a benefit to a North Park student's education.
Without being able to explore and go out and see these things firsthand, it would have been completely pointless to study these things, because it's something that you need to see with your own eyes and experience. And I've learned so much through those integrative sessions, just on how the city functions, the realities of the South Side, breaking down so many stereotypes for me personally, and it's definitely given me a better sense of myself and the world around me, rather than just being in this little bubble of North Park, because I love North Park so much, but if we don't present those opportunities to go out in the city and explore, I feel like students don't get that chance to see the true side of Chicago, other than maybe deep dish and a hot dog.
If North Park decides to go with this change, we can expect to see it put into place in the fall of 2017. In Chicago, I'm Rachel Bogue for the North Park Spectrum.